G'day guys, welcome to Cap Industries. Today's video is the installation guide for a Toyota Landcruiser 80 series fire extinguisher bracket from Cap Industries. What we're doing today is showing you how to install it on either the passenger side or the driver's side. Some people like them on the driver's side because they've always got their feet out on the pedals and they don't ever have any interference with their seat either. And they find that sometimes when they're on the passenger side, sometimes their passengers will give it a bit of a kick. We recommend having two extinguishers though, because you never know when you're going to have a bigger fire that you want to get put out. You can mount any fire extinguisher to our bracket, but we do always recommend you use a metal caged fire extinguisher, because in case of a crash, the metal cage will stop the fire extinguisher from being able to come out. And these you can get from a lot of different places, but we also have them on our website. The installation procedure is very easy. You just take the two factory seat bolts out with a 14mm socket and ratchet, and then attach the cage of the extinguisher to the bracket with a couple of 8mm spanners. The bracket itself comes with these two high tensile M5 nuts and bolts, which you then attach the cage to the bracket. So let's go install it on the passenger side. But before we go, you'll see it's now nicely mounted up in this driver's side on this car. The seat can go over the top, no problem, but it is very securely mounted and it will not go anywhere. With your 14mm socket and ratchet, just undo the two front seat bolts. Then grab your fire extinguisher, remove the cage, and bolt the cage to the Cap Industries bracket. I always like to mount the handles of the extinguisher towards the center console. Then when the cage is safely bolted to the extinguisher bracket, line it up and put your factory seat bolts back in. Tighten them up by hand first, and then snug them down with your ratchet. Then finally slip your extinguisher into its cage and clip it up. There you go, all done. One last thing I didn't mention is that you can also mount your mag light and mag light holder to our fire extinguisher bracket as well. A lot of guys put a fire extinguisher on one side and a mag light on the other. So it's a perfect little way to mount your mag light without having to drill into the vehicle. And then go grab yourself one of our brag stickers and show the world that you are protected by Cap Industries.